We begin in Avery County at the Crossnore School. Started in the early part of the last century by Dr. Mary Martin Sloop, the school has grown from a one-room schoolhouse to an 85-acre campus serving children in need from all over North Carolina. Dr. Sloop had a passionate vision that all children deserved a quality education, and she spent her life in service to them and the citizens of Avery County. In 1951, she was named America's Mother of the Year, and in 1953, she published her popular autobiography, Miracle in the Hills. She was 90 years old when she died in Crossnore in February of 1961.
Dr. Mary Martin was my aunt by marriage. Her husband, Dr. Sloop, was my mother's brother. How I know Mary Martin is through my mother and living here from 1929 until now. I remember when I was only about 6 or 7 at the church, and she was a rather stout lady, but she had the smallest feet. Her feet were only 4.5. And I looked at her, and it impressed me that she could be so strong, such a strong personality, and still be on those little tiny feet. That stuck out in my mind. I don't know why. But she had a gentle face, and she loved the children so much. I think that Aunt Mary, she had a gift from God that you have to know that you have that gift. You don't say that it's from God, but you try to do what is best for those that are entrusted in you. And I think that that was a gift she had. Anybody that has this type of work, they have to have a presence because it takes a lot. When children have had problems or in a situation, it takes a special type of human being to love. And the children at that time, they came here usually because their mother, maybe the father had died or the mother had died, and the one that was left had to work, and they would be here during in the winter time. And then also some of the people that lived in surrounding counties, because it was so bad they couldn't get the children to school, they brought them over here during the winter and they went to school. And I know one man that was well known in the county here. He came and he slept in my dad's barn and came to school over here and rode a horse to come to school here. Well, the weaving room, Aunt Mary wanted the women here, which didn't have much of a chance to make any money at all. And of course, here we didn't have any industry, so we only had like farms and had lived off of the farms. And she wanted the women, especially widows that were trying to raise children, to have a way of getting income. And so the weaving room started by that, by them paying them not very much, but paying them a little bit a week. And I know one family, one woman, that she weaved, I don't know how many years, and she had 5 boys. And she brought those 5 boys, her husband died, and she brought those 5 boys up by doing weaving every day.
Dr. Mary Martin Sloop is like a legacy. To see her portrait and to know that although she was well gone before I came, I am so shocked that I am in a place that you're walking in footsteps of something so great, and not just of the great person who thought it and believed it and achieved it, but the person who had that dream, the vision of loving children and providing for them the way she did. Our mission at the Crossnore School is to provide a home, a safe haven, an education, healing, and to give the children wings to move them forward. They bring children to us to live, and we're the caregiver, but then sometimes they decide that the home situation is improved, and they can take the children back. Typically 18 months to 2 years is the average stay of a child brought into care, although some have stayed less and many have stayed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. We're allowed by the state to accept children ages, I think it's birth, but probably 1 year to 21, and anything up past high school to 21, they have to be in higher education, some form of schooling to be a student with us. It's humbling. It makes you just know how blessed you are each day to have health. We've had children who have not had great health. We've had children who have gone through things that you can only imagine, and yet they manage to smile. I enjoy providing a safe haven for children, helping them overcome circumstances, giving them dreams and hopes for the future, nurturing, caring for them, giving them an education, giving them college opportunities. We talk college from the time they arrive, from birth up. They hear the term college and they know it's a possibility and that it's expected and that we can make that happen for them. We've always cared for children. We've changed in the fact that rather than 230 children, as was here in the early 70s, housed in huge dormitories, we have no more than 10 children to a cottage. So more specialized caring for the children, more normal, more family. Every cottage has a dog now. Every cottage. The children help take care of the dog, and it's fun because the dog will watch in the evenings. They actually sense what time it is, or when they hear children coming. They're at the door waiting for them to come in. We have equine therapy, which has become a huge tool for therapists to use, especially with teen girls and sexual abuse. But that's prevalent with us. We have a climbing wall that we use with children, and that's also a therapeutic tool. Lots of things that we offer besides just a home and an education. I think the greatest thing about the Crossnore School is that we can keep children together. In foster care, they're split. A family of 6 might be in 3 different homes. At the Crossnore School, we can put a family of 6 sometimes in one cottage. If not, they're in cottages that are side by side. They get to see each other at school, at the dining hall, at sports and activities. So although they might not be in the very same cottage, they're together. Things are so pretty that I'll tour people and they'll say, I bet when children come here, they never want to leave. And the only way I know to explain that, go to the finest resort. And after a week or so, you just want to go home. You want to go back to your home, to what's normal for you. And these children have been removed from homes, from schools, from churches, from families, from pets. And they're brought here to live, And so it is different. No, they're longing to go back. Home is home. Crossnore is open for visits. We love to have visitors come. Our children are not troubled children. They come from troubled backgrounds. We have a wonderful campus, a beautiful campus, and it is open to visitors. Of course, we have to keep our children safe, number one, always. And so we ask visitors to come to the office and when they arrive on the grounds. Lots to see and do. We have stores and shops. The fresco in the chapel is lovely. A great place to just go spend a few moments of quiet solitude. But we would love to have you come and see and then become a part of what this is. You can participate in so many levels, so many ways. We take volunteers. You can host a cottage. The cottages do not get to go out to eat often like you and I and most people do. You can take or send a cottage out to eat. We have volunteers that take them out to eat. They will come and join a cottage for a Saturday night outing, but about $150 would take a cottage group of 10 out to eat. But there's so many ways you can help, from clipping Campbell's soup labels that helps us get sports equipment and education tools, to giving funds that help us build the cottages we need. But more than anything, come to visit. It'll touch your heart.